Hello, we are knitting my dream cardigan today. I have all of my yarn from Hobie. My order finally arrived, so of course we're gonna knit straight away. I actually finished my last knitting project, which was a sweater for my boyfriend. It's literally hanging up to dry right now. I've just finished blocking it and we're waiting for it to dry. But it's been, I think, 3 or 4 days since I finished that project, and my hands have literally been like wanting to knit. Like I've just been like missing the clinking sound and the action of knitting. And so I was like, okay, we're casting a project right now. And I cast it on and I was like, wait, I need to do this with you guys. Like I need to knit this with you guys, because just like how rude of me to have already started. This is how far we are. Okay, we've cast it on and we've done this many stitches of the first row. Okay, I'm sorry I did that without you guys, but I'll bring you along for the rest of it. This is very exciting because we're finally starting my first project from my fall knitting plans. You can see everything I'm planning to knit for the next few months in this video right here, but we're finally starting. And what's also exciting is I've never knit a cardigan before. I love the look of a knit cardigan, but I feel like the buttons and everything really intimidates me. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna do it today. I feel like I've knit enough things, you know, that I can do this. We can do this. We're going to tackle the challenge today of knitting a cardigan, and the pattern is the Clara cardigan by Streak Vorin. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I'll have it all linked in the description. It's exciting. Like I love learning new things. I mean, all I've really done in my knitting projects thus far has been just like normal stockinette, like ribbing, like knit pearls, you know, that's all I've really done. I've not really done anything other than that. Well, obviously later I'm going to be learning how to do buttons and buttonholes, so it's all very exciting. Let me talk you through what we're using for this project. I'm very excited because I'm using my brand new knitting needles. I've just been like itching to use these, okay? I'm just so excited. I invested in some good quality needles, okay? These are the Luque needles, and I've just heard so many people rave about these and say that these are amazing. I got this beautiful pink set, of course, birchwood needles in this beautiful set. I'm just like this is the prettiest set of knitting needles I've ever seen, and I'm just so happy that I've gotten to use them today. Like, just look how pretty the knitting needles look with this blue yarn. I'm obsessed with that. Like I said, the yarn is all from Hobie, my favorite place to order yarn, but this is the We Heart Yarns 100% acrylic 400 grams of yarn. Okay, if this is not enough for my project, I'm going to be really upset. I'm pretty sure it should be enough, but yeah, this is 700 meters worth of yarn in this ball right here, and just look how stunning this color is. I was really inspired by the original color of the cardigan that I just wanted to make the same color. Like I don't own anything in my closet that is this color, and I just think it's stunning. So we are holding double strands, so we do have more yarn, which is this beautiful skein. This is the Diablo glitter yarn. It is so pretty. Like look at that catching the light right now, so stunning. So this is, gosh, this is a lot. This is 37% acrylic, 31% polyamide, 28% mohair, and 4% polyester. And I just think these two look so beautiful. I mean, like they're the same color, but just with glitter running through it. And I just think it's going to be so nice to have just like subtle glitters running all the way through the cardigan. Like that is stunning. We are yet to find some buttons. I just don't know what buttons to go for this project. We will decide on that later because it's a long way to go before I even get to that stage. But for right now, like I said, we are literally maybe like an eighth of a row in. Like that's how much I've done of one row, and we're doing a twisted rib, and that involves doing and I've never seen these before in a pattern. It was like K1 TBL and then P1 TBL, which basically is knit 1 through the back loop and then purl 1 through the back loop. And I just didn't know what that meant, obviously. So I looked that up and found an amazing tutorial, which I will link down below. It's super, super easy actually. And so yeah, we're getting through like the tiniest bit. Like you can't even see that, but I'm really excited to be starting this now. I hope you're excited to come along with me as we knit my dream cardigan. Like the size, the fit, the just like the boxiness of this cardigan just looks so perfect to me. I'm really excited about it. I'll take you along the next couple of days. We're also going to Sydney on Friday. It's currently Tuesday, and I'm planning to take this project with me. However, I'm gonna need to like wind up some of this yarn because I do not want to take this gigantic, like this will take up half my suitcase. I'm only bringing a carry-on. So this will take up way too much room, and I doubt I'm gonna have that much time to be able to knit through all of this yarn in Sydney. I'm only there for a few days. So I'm gonna have to later on kind of wind up maybe like 2 small balls of this yarn so it can be easily transportable, but I'm excited. That's enough yapping from me. Let's get to knitting. Okay, so update, I have frogged the cardigan. I mean, I only had like the collar done, but it just was like not it. Like I was looking at it and I was like, you can do better than this. I'm not far enough into the project where it's that sad that I'm frogging it. Like I know myself, and usually I'm quite stubborn and I'm like, nah, it'll still work out, and I will just keep going with the project and until it's finished, and then I'm just like, why did I not just fix that one thing? The collar itself, like it was super weird because like one end of it versus the under end of it, like the widths were different, which is just like, I don't understand how that even happened. There was a few like holes in it. I think I just like my tension was off. I've never done like a twisted rib stitch before, so you know I can't be too hard on myself for that, but like I'd gotten it to almost the length that it needed to be, and I was looking at it and I was just like, this is not good enough. So I have frogged that. I might start it later today, otherwise I'll start it on the plane tomorrow when I head to Sydney. My flight is in the morning and it's a 4-hour, almost 5-hour flight, so I'll have plenty of time to do some knitting. But I have wound up balls of yarn, and I've just wound them like with the 2 strands together just so it's easier for me to transport, you know, it's just these 2 things. So I've wound up that much yarn. I'm hoping, I mean, I don't know if I'll be going through both of those in my trip. I don't really think I'll have that much time to knit other than on the plane, but I have those 2 prepared. I'll start it again on the plane, but I just thought I would update you on that because yeah, that's where we're at. We are back to square one. Actually, square 0. We've gone backwards. Okay, anyway, that's that. Hello everyone, I'm in Sydney. It's actually been a few days since I last updated you. I think it's been 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. Here's a project currently. I feel like the last time I showed you was like pretty much nothing, or maybe it was just the collar. I can't even remember. The past few days have been crazy. Anyway, here she is. We've got the collar done, and then we also split for the raglan, and we're just working on the increases now. I'm just a little bit unsure right now because, and I'll insert a clip, but I'm starting to get the feeling that the yarn I'm using, I just feel like I should be using a smaller needle size. The pattern does call for 8mm needles in the collar, and then you increase to 9mm in the actual body. But I'm feeling like if you look at it closely, I don't know if it's just me like freaking out, but I'm not even really stretching it, and you can just see how like loose the stitches are. I don't know if I'm just being crazy, but I feel like the things that I've knit in the past have been quite, like you can see it better, I guess, from this side. Like I feel like you can see it mainly in the collar, but also in the body there. Like it's really loose, and I don't know if it's my gauge. Like I'm knitting like normal. I feel like it is that the needle size is too big for what I'm knitting and for like the yarn that I'm using. I don't know, like I chose yarn that was the same kind of weight and everything as what she mentions in the pattern, but I don't know, it's just like not looking right to me. Maybe I'm going crazy. I just feel like it shouldn't be that holy. I don't know, I messaged the pattern designer and just sent a little video of my project to her and just asked her like if she thinks that there's something I'm doing wrong, maybe I should be using a smaller needle size, like just asking for advice basically. But like I just don't know if this is right, and I don't want to keep going just in case it isn't right. The annoying thing is if she does end up saying like, yeah, maybe use a smaller needle size. I didn't bring my whole needle set with me. I only brought the needles that I thought I would need for the pattern. So if that's the case, I can't knit for the rest of this trip, for the plane ride going back home, which is very annoying because I don't know what I'll do. But if she says to keep going, then I guess I'll go like trust her and keep going. We'll see. But this is the update for right now. Like I said, this is the first pattern I'm following, so I'm just a bit, I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it. But yeah, that's the update for now. Not quite not really much progress, and not really like we're at a standstill. So I don't really know. Anyway, it's like 11 o'clock now in Sydney, so I should go to sleep. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'll talk to you later. I'm back from Sydney. We have a bit of an update with the cardigan. We have quite a big update with the cardigan, not in progress, but just in how I'm going with it. I had to frog it a third time for last night, but this is how we're looking. Basically, the last thing I showed you, I think I was knitting this up on the plane in Sydney, and I was just looking at my project and I was like, this is not looking right. Like, it was just, the stitches were so loose. And I actually ended up messaging the pattern designer, and she was so lovely. Like, she replied really quickly, even though there was like a time difference, and we ended up figuring out that the yarn that I had used was way thinner than what she had used in the pattern. I decided that instead of having to go and buy more yarn, like I bought this yarn specifically for this project, I decided I was going to hold 4 strands, 2 of each of the yarns, so 4 strands in total. And I think this is a little bit thicker than what the pattern calls for, but I'd rather go thicker than thinner. It's feeling a lot better, which is great. So I'm really happy with that. I'm worried that I'm going to have to buy more yarn, because obviously I didn't think that I was going to be needing to hold this 4 strands. I planned to hold 2 strands. So we're going to just see. I'm winding up little balls of it, so we'll see. But I had to frog literally, so this is all frogged from last night. I worked up so much of it. I had almost gotten to the point where I could split for sleeves, but then I just like looked down at my work and I was like, this is not right. I feel like the places in which like you increase for the raglan had all moved around. Like the front part here was way thicker than the front part here. The sleeves on this side end up being like, to the back was like, I don't even really know what happened. I feel like this is the first time I've worked raglan stitches like flat like this. I usually work it in the round, and for some reason it's just like a bit more confusing for me this way. So I end up frogging all of that, which was just so upsetting. I'm also annoyed at myself for just like keeping on knitting and not like noticing the error, but I was knitting in the dark, which is probably the first mistake, and I was knitting till like 1 a.m. so obviously my brain is just not on at that point. But anyway, we have started again. Like, I pretty much frogged up until the collar, and we're starting the raglans again. Here is the update. Not going quite as well as I was hoping, but fingers crossed we don't have to frog again. I feel really stupid. I solved the issue of the stitch markers, okay? I feel like I would like to just erase the past clip, but this is all real, this is all raw, okay? So I'm not like a beginner knitter, but I still feel like there's a lot that I haven't done with knitting, okay? I don't need to make excuses for myself, I know, but there's just a lot that I'm learning, and part of learning is you feel stupid, but also it's a good thing, okay? So anyway, also, this came in the mail. This is my new projects bag, which I'm so excited for. I kind of did think this was going to be bigger. Like, I kind of thought I would be able to like hook this like onto my arm, so I could just like walk and knit, but it's very small. I might have to like put some straps on it maybe. I could do it like a crossbody strap. Anyway, I got this because I saw one of my favorite creators on here, Alexa, have this. She had a bigger version, and the genius thing that I wanted it for, here's the project, is you can have your yarn in here. You can pull the yarn through the holes in the bag, and the yarn shouldn't tangle, like it's just in there. That's amazing. Here is how the project is looking. I got quite a bit of progress last night, okay? Like, pretty much got back up to the point that I was at before I had to frog it the other night. And all the stitches are all even now. It's all looking good. It's feeling really good. The yarn is definitely thicker than what the pattern calls for, but I'm kind of loving that. It just means it's going to be a really thick, nice cardigan, which is good. I've ordered more yarn from Hobie, so hopefully that comes before I run out of the yarn that I've already got, because I hate when you are working on a project and then you run out of yarn, so you just have to stop working on it because you're waiting for yarn. Anyway, the fix that I found for stitch markers is putting stitch markers on either side of the increase. It's the simplest thing. That's why I feel stupid. It's the simplest fix. I just like, who are you, like, how do you know this stuff? Like, how are you supposed to find this out? If I hadn't looked this up, I wouldn't know. Like, I didn't know, clearly. Because when you're working the round, I feel like you just put a stitch marker where your increase is. You don't need it on either side because you're just working round and around. This obviously makes sense that you'd put it on either side, so that when I'm working this way, I do an increase. When I get to the stitch marker, you know, do the knit and then do the other increase. And if I'm going this way, same thing. So anyway, that's all fixed now, and we're going smoothly. I'm obsessed with how this is looking though. Looks so good. I'm like so close to taking these off the needle. I've gone ahead and worked up most of the body. We're like literally like 1 or 2 rows away from being done with the ribbing, I think, which is looking so good. I love how long the ribbing is. It just looks so good. I'm so excited about it. It's looking so good. It fits perfectly. I'll do a try on for you when I'm done with the ribbing and fully cast it off, so that we can get a proper good try on. And then we'll be moving on to the sleeves, doing the buttons. I'm so excited. We got to go pick up the buttons as well. I still have no idea what I want to do, but that's a later issue. My boyfriend also thinks the collar looks good like this. Like I tried it on and I had the collar up, obviously, and he was like, you should leave it up. I was like, no, we're folding it down like the pattern says, because it just looks ridiculous. Unfortunately though, I'm not going to be able to work on this project for a little bit because I need more yarn. I think I did do an update that I did order more yarn, so we are still just waiting for that. This yarn is literally all we have left, so I'm not going to be able to, like, I could probably start on a sleeve, but I'm not going to get very far. So I'm going to just wait for the other yarn to come in, and then we can finish it all. But for now, I can't do anything, which is so sad because I'm on such a roll with it. This is actually knitting up pretty good, I think, because the yarn, like, we're holding 4 strands at this point, so it's knitting up quite quick. It's looking so good. I'm so excited to like block it, and I'm just excited to have this done because this has been such a dream of a project. Apart from the issues we had at the beginning, this has been like, once those were worked out, this has been such a great pattern to follow. I'm obsessed with how it's looking and it fits so well. So I'm really sad that we have to kind of take a pause right now, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm going to finish up the last couple of rows and then I will do a try on for you later. We have a yarn haul. My hobby order has arrived and now we have more yarn to finish off the cardigan, which is so great. So we've got this. I've been sick for the past week. You can probably hear it in my voice. So no progress has been made on the cardigan, but that's okay. We are just winding up some of the yarn now because I feel like this is the easiest way to work with the yarn, especially because I'm holding it like quadruple stranded. I'm just winding up the yarns right now, but yeah, I've literally been bedridden for like the past week, and it was really annoying because it wasn't the kind of sick where like you could just like sit in bed and like knit or whatever. Like I was actually really sick. I had a fever and it's just like could just not do anything. Like I was just sleeping the whole time, which is probably for the best. We're at the home stretch with the cardigan though. We've just got the sleeves to do and then we do the buttons and we're done. This has been a really fun project to knit. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this because this is going to take a little bit. It's very satisfying though. I love doing this. Grand reveal. Oh my gosh. I actually cannot believe how good this looks. Like this is probably one of the best things I've knitted. I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy. I say this about like every project. When I finish knitting it, I'm like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've made. But like, this is amazing. This is like, the fit of it is just like everything. Folded down neck, the buttons that I chose, oh my god, I'm so happy I went for these like tortoiseshell kind of buttons. It looks so good with the blue. It adds a little something without like taking away or being too much from it. Like it is perfect. Some of the other button options I had were like gold ones or like other really cool blue ones, but I just felt like it would just take too much away from the actual cardigan. So I'm really happy with this button choice. Just everything. These are the most like perfect sleeves I've ever knitted in my life. I love the ribbing. Like it's so good. I did block it as well, so it has the perfect like slouchy like drape to it, which is amazing. Let me put it on for you. It is like way too hot for this, but I did knit a size large. I do believe that is the largest size. I do wish there was like an XL, because whilst this fits like really well, like it's a good amount of starchiness, like it's not tight at all, I still would want like, I want the like mega oversized look, you know. But that's okay. This is like so perfect. The length of it is perfect. It's not cropped but not super long. Oh my god, I love that. It's not perfect here, you can see there's kind of like that gap, but you know what? This is amazing. I'm obsessed with this color. I don't own anything in my wardrobe in this color, but this is so cool, guys. I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy, you guys. This pattern was amazing to follow. I'll link it down below. I absolutely want to make this again in like so many other colors. Maybe like a baby pink or something would be so cool. I'm gonna take this off now because it is so hot today. Even just wearing it open like this, like I love. So cute. Oh my gosh. I am so proud of this. This is the first cardigan I've ever knit, and it turned out just like so much better than I could have thought. There were troubles at the beginning, as you guys saw, but we made it. We absolutely did it. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so happy. Thank you as always for coming along this journey with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe if you want to come on more crafty and knitting, crochet journeys with me, because there are so many projects that I am planning to knit and crochet, so you don't want to miss out on that. Make sure to follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram, and yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.